So I don't recommend doing all these techniques in one workout, right? You guys want to split it up throughout the week. So remember, drop down slow.
I'm just killing time waiting.
I'm just killing time. This whole time. Play this at my funeral.
I don't need no more than I already
It's easy.
got.
How many issues I'm swimming through, fishing around for the truth. This is living proof. Now I don't swim, but I
What's going on, YouTube? You're back with the Prez. We're in Juniper Park today, and listen, if you guys could do muscle ups, but you're still getting them sloppy, still chicken winging, still doing what's called the struggle up, this video is for you. I'm going to teach you guys the best techniques that you guys could be utilizing to help you perfect and clean up your muscle up reps. So let's get to it. So if you guys are still hitting those chicken wing muscle ups, I'm not saying you can't do the muscle up, I'm not saying you don't have the strength, but I'm telling you to stop doing them that way. You're setting yourself up to get injured, and you're teaching your body improper movement patterns. So let's get down to business, guys. All right, so remember this, guys. A muscle up is a skill, just like any exercise. They're all skill-based movements. Bench press is a skill, squat is a skill, overhead press is a skill, handstand is a skill, pull-ups are a skill. You do more and more repetitions of them in order for you to get better and better at such skills, right? Remember, an exercise done properly requires full control throughout the eccentric, the isometric contraction, as well as the concentric portion of the rep. You want to be able to move your body or the weight through space with control. That's what's called mastering a repetition, right? And over time, the more and more you do a given exercise, that's how you get better at it. So if you think you guys can do muscle ups and you start out doing them and all you get in the beginning is chicken wing muscle ups, what you're doing is you're teaching your body improper movement patterns. Your body's getting used to doing them in that way. So then when it comes time when you want to clean them up, you're going to have to teach your body or retrain your body all over again to do them in the proper way. So like any type of skill, whether it's bench press, squatting, overhead pressing, snatching, the way you get better at something is to accumulate volume. Volume meaning a lot of high quality repetitions. Now, with max weight, you're not going to be able to accumulate that type of volume, right? So if you're starting out with muscle ups and you're a beginner and you start doing chicken wing muscle ups, I'm probably almost 99% sure you're still going to be falling in probably that 1 to 5 rep range of even these dirty reps, right? Meaning it's still a strength-based movement for you. You didn't build that neurological adaptation, and you haven't hit enough repetitions for it to become more of an endurance or more of a hypertrophy-based movement, right? You're still stuck in that lower volume rep range. So the way you get better at that, just like any other exercise, is you lower the intensity. Remember, intensity we're referring to load. So if your body weight and you're only able to, if you're doing body weight muscle ups and you're only able to hit 1 to 5 repetitions, the way you decrease the intensity is by adding a band and doing band-assisted muscle ups. Same way if you want to get better at a bench press. If it's your first time bench pressing, I wouldn't throw 200 pounds on the bar and tell you to practice the bench press. I would put maybe 95 pounds on the bar and have your body go through the range of motion for numerous repetitions so your body adapts and understands where it's supposed to be doing that movement pattern, right? So just like a muscle up or just like a squat or a bench press, what we're going to do is we're going to use a band to decrease the intensity of our body weight. Remember, decreased intensity should allow you to get proper form. You want to train the movement in the correct pattern of motion for the excessive amount of reps, right? Numerous repetitions with proper form. That's how you build that neurological adaptation. That's how your body adapts and understands the movement. So what we're going to do, we're going to drop to a band. Remember, guys, everything's the same. Body weight or a band. Feet together, glute squeeze before you get on that bar. Get your hands up, lock them out, right? We're going to jump up. We're not going to waste energy. We're going to get one swing forward, and then we're going to start repping. And always remember, every repetition, go down straight, right? The cleaner you could get that negative, the more stronger and the more your body's going to understand the movement to go through the concentric range of motion, which in the sense of a muscle up is pulling yourself over the bar. negative, straight down, feel the lat stretch out, let the arms drop together simultaneously, make sure they go over simultaneously, and hit repetitions. You want to be able to get at least 30 to 40 band-assisted reps in a session, right, in one set. Not saying one clip, 3 sets of 10, 8 sets of 5. You want to build up that volume so your body starts understanding the movement pattern. It's not going to learn something by doing it 5, 10 times. It's got to be done a lot, over and over again. And as you get stronger and stronger, you're going to be able to decrease the band's intensity until you're hitting them clean with body weight reps. That's the first tip I have, is to start hitting band-assisted muscle-ups. All right, guys, so the next technique you guys got to be practicing is negative repetitions. You guys are still going to utilize a band for this one, and you may need to use a heavier band if you're too fatigued from the previous work. Now, what we're going to do, same thing. We're going to muscle up on top of the bar, let that band get you over. As soon as you get up, I want you to take your feet out of the band. Look, my feet are out of the band. Now, I want you to control that negative down. I want you to drop down, and I want you to focus on making sure your elbows go down as slow as possible through that transition point. So, we want to dip, 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 drop the arm slow, control that negative down, straight back in one line to a full dead hang rep. I want you to drop back down, get in the band, get back up, and do it again. Now, these negatives are going to be very demanding. Remember, you could handle a lot more load in the eccentric as opposed to the concentric, right? So the band's getting you up. Now it's your job to control the range of motion down, which is going to cause a lot of stress on the nervous system and on the lats and every muscle that's required for the muscle up. So I don't recommend doing all these techniques in one workout, right? You guys want to split it up throughout the week. So remember, drop down slow, let the elbows drop slow, chin comes down, one line, straight down. Now, what you want to remember when doing the negatives, you want to mimic the range of motion that you want to be able to build up to on the concentric, right? So the goal for everybody should be able to do a dead stop muscle up and pull straight over the bar, right? That's when it becomes more of a strength-based skill movement as opposed to just a skill-based technique movement. In the beginning, you're going to start relying on that band for that snapback action to get the repetitions over and to get the repetitions out. Then when you get used to doing bodyweight muscle-ups, your body's going to still rely on that stretch reflex when you get to the bottom of the muscle-up and pull back up. That's why typically when I'm training them as a strength-based movement, I'm always trying to eliminate that, come to a full dead hang, and pull with full power and explosiveness, right? That's how you progress with muscle-up training. But in order to get it down, you guys got to get proper form, right? No more chicken wings, no more struggle-ups, and these are the best tips that you guys can be utilizing in order to achieve clean muscle-up repetition. So, we have high volume reps using a band. The second method is band assisted on top and then drop out of the band and controlling the negative reps. Now I recommend hitting 3 to 5 reps per set of these negatives. And again, you want to be aiming for about 3 to 5 total sets. So the volume each set is going to be lower, but again, remember the intensity, because you're controlling those negatives, is going to be a lot higher. So 3 to 5 repetitions is going to be more strength based. Remember, the band assisted reps is going to be volume, building up that volume, those neurological adaptations. Controlling the negative is training the body again in the nervous system to be strong through the range of motion, but you have more control over the rep. Now the third method is going to be practicing range of motion on top of the bar for dips. So let's get into that. Alright, so the third tip that I have for you guys, like I said, is going to be getting stronger on top of the bar. You guys want to really master that full range of motion of that straight bar dip. Everybody does a lot of pull work in order to get to the muscle up point, right? But don't forget, a muscle up is a pull and a push based exercise. You got to pull yourself to a certain point, and then that transition becomes a pushing motion where you're dipping on top of the bar. So you could build up a ton of pulling strength, but if you don't actually start getting muscle ups or getting on top of that bar, you're going to neglect that straight bar strength, and that range of motion is going to help you get better and better at muscle ups. So remember, what you guys want to utilize again is a band to get on top of the bar, and the same way we did those negatives, I want you to take your foot out of the band. But I'm going to demonstrate on this shorter bar today. I'm just going to do a regular muscle up without the band, and I'm just going to show you guys the range of motion for the dips that you guys got to be practicing. And now this is going to play off of those negatives as well. So once we get comfortable at negatives, then I want you to really start practicing these deeper range of motion dips. So what we're going to do, again, Either you could jump on a low bar for this if you want, or you could get in a band and get a band assisted muscle up. But right back on top of the bar, guys. Now, like I said, remember, the transition, you want to control that point when your elbows drop down, right? But you see what I just did there? I went as if I was going to drop down into the transition, and then I forced myself back up into a dip. So it's not just a straight bar dip like this, right? That's easy. You have your sternum there to block you, right? What you want to do now is imagine you're going to drop under that bar and then transition back over into a straight bar dip, right? Again, another strength-based exercise. All progressions, I don't recommend doing all 3 movements on one day. Maybe you could combine 2. I would recommend maybe doing high volume reps with the band and then combining these dip reps at the end. I wouldn't do the negatives all together. It's too demanding. Drop down, low, force yourself back up. So the goal there is, as soon as you feel like your body's about to drop under that bar, go through that transition back to a dead hang, that's when you want to force the dip back up. That's going to help you build that transitional strength and get you stronger and stronger in your straight bar dips. So remember, guys, a muscle up in the beginning is going to be learning the technique, just like any other exercise. Learning a bench press, you got to learn the technique. Learning a squat, you got to learn the technique. Over time, as you learn the technique and get better and better at it, that's how you start getting stronger and stronger at it and building muscle and building strength through that movement pattern. So take your time, don't rush things. You wouldn't go to the gym and squat with one heel elevated and one foot flat, right? And do that just because you have bad ankle mobility. You wouldn't just continue to do that, right? So why are you going to keep doing chicken wing muscle ups? Stop doing it. Train your body how to do it in the correct movement pattern. Listen, everything takes time. You got to understand the movement. That's how you can start to teach it to people as well. Get comfortable doing the movement. Get yourself comfortable doing the full range of motion. Get strong throughout the full range of motion of the exercise. And that's how you're going to progress, guys. So try these 3 exercises out. I guarantee you it'll take your muscle ups to the next level. And again, if you're still not at that muscle up level yet, just throw on heavier bands and go through the range of motion. Put your body through that range of motion. Teach it the pattern of motion. Teaching yourself something is just only going to benefit you down the line. Is going to help you get better and better at that movement. So hope you enjoyed these tips. Try them out. Tag me in the comments. Tag me in your videos. If you have a question or comment, leave it in the comment section. I always get back to you. Like the video, it helps YouTube share the videos. Share it with your friends, your family. It really helps the algorithms out. And like always, guys, peace out. BARNATURALS.
No sad story, I ain't here for a symphony, no sympathy. When I was on the bench, you wouldn't sit with me. Now I'm on the court and I'm balling, my time's coming.